Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Thanks for tuning in to another video from me today. It's Messy Monday today. I'm actually filming this quite early on in the morning. It's still very dark and dim outside, so I've got my excuse me, I've got my ring light on. I think it might be glaring on the stamps. Let's just see, hopefully it's not too, yeah, you can see it. Let me leave. There we go. It's not too much glare for the moment. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning in to another video. It's kind of getting messy with some inks, but I'm making some card fronts. I come up with this little idea from some of the backgrounds and bits that I already had in my stash, using my block stamp and then this cute little reindeer stamp. So I've smudged this and everything, so this is my little prototype as to how I want to do it for some card fronts. But you could use this idea for a journaling card. I think if we were doing it for a junk journal, we'd perhaps put a bit of fabric or something behind it. We like to incorporate lots of different things when we do our junk journaling, but when I'm card making, I tend to keep it much cleaner and smoother. So this is what we want to do today, and I kind of need to do it in a process, so it's like do all the stamping, then do the little painting of the reindeer, and then putting it all together. So that's what we're going to do today. If I can get on to my second idea, I would really like to do that. I might have to join two videos together to do that, but I've got another idea in mind, but I want to start with this one. So let's move this to the side. I just hope this mat's not, yeah, this mat's not too bad, it's not too glaring. So that's my idea. I'm going to pop that up there. I've got my jars of water and some cloths there ready. I've got my inks, as I said, because I can't remember, to be honest, what colour ink I used on the background, and I will need black to stamp the outline of the images. So these stamps that I've got here, that one, let's take this out of here because we're going to need to use them, just came from Hobbycraft here in the UK, both of them. Fairly cheap little stamp set, but it's got some funky little animals on there and the Merry Christmas. So I think I will start with stamping the background. Yeah, stamping the background, I'm not going to need that, am I, because it's a wooden block. Now these do fit the size perfectly, so we will see how straight I can actually get them. I think I'm going to go first with some festive berries to stamp down, just to see if this was the one that we used. I'm not sure which one it is that we used. There we go. And I've got ink on me already. Right, I'm going to try my best to line this up. There we go. Right, for press down. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Are you busy making lots of things for Christmas, or getting together, having parties? Okay, so that's definitely not that one. Definitely not the festive berries. Now I'm just going to spritz this because I know they activate with water really well. So I'm just going to do that, hoping that that will make it a bit stronger. We'll leave that one to dry. So I'm conscious of not putting too much at the back because my radiators are on. So we know it's not festive berries, so I'm going to move festive berries to the side. Let me get a cloth or a baby wipe. That's the only thing that I haven't got out. Okay. I'm just going to stamp off any excess on there. Okay. Cool, look at all that ink. think you've stamped it all off, wipe it, and there's loads on there. Okay. Okay, let's try. So I'm pretty sure then Lumberjack Plaid, which is darker, is not going to be that one. I'm wondering if it was this one, the Confetti from Lavinia Stamps, because this is a real pale colour. Careful, it's very juicy, and it's a sponge one, so I have a tendency to get it round the sides, which we don't want. Here we go. There's a bit up there, look. Okay, let's try this one. It's not that one either, and it's clearly not coming through in the middle bit. Didn't have that much of a problem on there. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave that one to dry, and we will just stamp off the rest of the ink on here. We'll figure out which one it was eventually. These are all my reds, so it's got to be one of these. And I will use these as backgrounds probably for some journaling cards. Okay. There we go. Right, so it's not that one. I'm going to try this, the archival, to see if it is this one. Those other ones were the water-based ones. This one is the Carnation Red archival ink. So we'll have a think and see if it's this one. I clearly need to put a bit more weight down on the stamp as well. Yep, ink on my fingers. Okay. Let's push this down. And give a bit of weight to it. I noticed it was a bit weak in these bits here. It wasn't that one either. Gosh. Okay. Okay, I think I'll try the Glamorous next, which is the VersaFine Claire, and just see if it was that one. I know these are all my reds, so it's got to be one of them. There we go, that's dry enough. I'm going to try bringing in, turn that over, this, and see if stamping on this will make any difference to the print. Okay. push down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Should be enough. Sure, it's not that one either. How strange. That's about the best one, definitely the best print so far. So let's move these over and we can compare them anyway. We'll do a little comparison. Let's just stamp off. Okay. Give this another clean. And I'm just going to, out of curiosity, try the lumberjack plaid. Got a hair on there. So let me just line them up like that so that I know which is which. I don't think it's too warm. It's not too bad at the back there. Okay, last red ink that I have, so it's got to be one of them. I'm sure this is going to be a really strong red because it's much darker than the festive berries. Curious as to what red it was. Okay, I'll just check I'm still filming. I am, yeah. Okay. Yeah, as I thought, that one's much darker. Much darker. I'm just going to do the same because it looking across the table at the festive berries, it kind of blended a bit better when it was wet. So that's that one. Okay. Let's do a little stamp off. Yeah. So that is all our reds. So it's got to be one of them. One of them. Okay, so let's bring in my prototype. This is the festive berries. It's definitely not the festive berries. This is the confetti. It's definitely not that. Okay, gosh. I'll leave you there. This was the archival red, carnation red. That really is red, so it's definitely not that one. This is the glamorous. And then we have just done the lumberjack plaid, which it definitely is. It doesn't match any of them. Oh, how bizarre. How strange, because these are my only red inks. I don't have any others, so I wouldn't have used any other red. Oh well, let's pick one of these to use. I'm actually thinking more of this colour. I think time you have this one behind with the Merry, might quite nice. This one almost looks coral. It's got more of a salmony pink to it, so I definitely don't like that one for the background. So we will just pop that to the side there. I'm not happy with how these have printed. not for this, not for a card. They're not as crisp as I would like them with these ones. So these two, although the colours are very nice, I'm not going to use these two either. They can just be used for like, they'd make great backgrounds for journaling cards. So it's between these two that I think our little deer. I'm actually thinking I might go for that one, as that one is lovely, but the colours that I want for the deer I don't think are going to go with this one. This one would be lovely with a nice red Santa or something on that. So that's another idea that's come. Okay, so we're going to go with this to stamp out our backgrounds, and I want to make a few of them. So let's get that up here. We'll get 3 more done. How's that? Plenty of ink on that. Oh, we found that stamping on the paper worked better as well, didn't it? Okay, so let's see if we can get this kind of lined up. Give it a good press down. It's come up as a nice print. Okay, so we'll ink up again. Make sure it's nicely covered. So my videos this month are probably going to be a bit scattered. I might even unfortunately have to miss a few days. There's a lot going on, not just the Christmas rush that everybody has, meeting family and everything like that, but I get when's this airing? Monday. Yeah, when this airs, we've got family coming over for lunch, just a quick little lunch, with some family, and then for the rest of the week there's lots of appointments and schedules and things like that. It's just, for some reason, it just turned out to be exceptionally busy month personally, as well as with all the Christmas stuff. So I'm doing my very best to keep going with the videos each week. I know November I had a video pretty much every single day of November, and I was hoping to do the same for December, but unfortunately it hasn't worked out like that, and with my chronic health I do have to pace myself very much, so there might not be as many videos from me this month, but I will be coming on and doing some different videos. I have got some ideas for videos and everything, so there we go. That's, I think I'm running out of energy to press. Look, I'm getting a bit thin on there. So that's our 4 that we're going to do. I'm just going to do 4 of this one for now. Okay, clean my stamp. There we go. So that's our base done. Now we need to stamp our little reindeer that's going to go on there, and I want to make sure I get that quite crisp, so I'm going to come and bring in my little stamping platform for this one, and we're just going to pop the card I'm going to use in here. This little stamping platforms are great if, I doesn't matter. We'll have him further over here because I'm going to fussy cut around him, so that means I can save that for stamping maybe a sentiment. So he can go there. It's great for doing precision stamping like this. If it needs to have a second inking, we can do that. Right, I'm just using my black onyx black actually, VersaFine. It's such a good ink for outline silhouetting and stuff, details. So let's stamp, and we need 4 of this. Yes, I'm just going to go again, make sure it's got enough ink because we're going to be painting in it. My hands were quite shaky when I did that one, so it's only a prototype, so that's not too bad. That's much better, that's so much crisper. Okay, so let's do a little production line here of these. So yeah, I've got an idea for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway that I want to do. I made a journal cover several months back now. I did a Journal Making 101 cover series where we made my flip-flap covers for A2 signature journal, and one of them was covered in this lovely red rose kind of print material, and that's what I would really like to turn into a proper journal that I'm going to do as a giveaway. So later this month that's going to air. I'm going to do a 3-part series of the making of the journal, and I'll then give it away to one lucky subscriber as the winner. So look out for that. That's going to be coming towards the end of this month as a little video. So I haven't forgotten haven't forgotten about my little giveaway. Okay, one more, and then we can move on to the sentiment that we need. So yeah, I love this little platform. I'd really like to get myself a bigger sized one so that I could do multiples at a time, but this one will do for now. This is a cute little one. When I bought it several years ago now, I wasn't sure how useful it would be. I'd seen several people use it and recommend it, getting a platform of some kind, and I thought, well, if I just get a little one to start with, that'd be fine. But I go to use it so much. Okay, so we now want our sentiment, which is from the same stamp set, the Merry Christmas. Oops. And I was hoping I could get them on these scrap bits of card here. Would it go that way? Ah, that's the perfect width. Look at that. There we go. Make sure I've got it straight. You have got lines on here if you wanted to make sure that it is. There we go. That's not quite straight. I've moved it now, haven't I? Let's have a look and see how straight that looks. Better. Yep, that's better. Okay, now we can stamp away. I've got a hair across there. I wondered why I've got a line. brushed the table down from cat hairs, but the joys of having pets. That's much crisper. Now I'm going to turn this around because we'll know we will get the same again on the bottom because it's the same width. There we go, so that's 2. And this bit of card would work too. Hopefully I'm not jiggling the camera too much. I just noticed how jiggly my jars of water are, so hopefully I'm not knocking the camera too much doing this, but last bit, make sure that's all done. And this is something hubby made. I've seen them, you can buy them from stamping companies, but I also see a lady use one that was just a block of wood. So hubby made me this, put a drawer handle on there so it's nice and smooth. I've got something to grab hold of, and then I just cut a piece of black felt from my felt stash and keeps it nice and smooth, and that's just perfect for burnishing down. I don't know what they call the tool, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp off. I didn't do that on the other one, but yeah, so a little bit. So let's clean this. I always clean my stamps after using them. Okay, pop it back. So that is our stamping bit done. Now we can colour in our little reindeer. So let's move these to the side, and I don't need that. That's how we're doing for time. Well, not too bad, not too bad. So the reindeer, let's just grab these. All need to be painted now. So I've got my original here, and to paint them I've been using this from Lavinia Stamps. It's a dye-based ink, so basically I'm going to be watercolouring with the inks. So you could use watercolour paints for this, you could use any kind of water-based ink. I just give it a bit of a squeeze to get some in here, and then I just spritz in there. I've got my paintbrush here. And we just start by painting and colouring in Mr. Reindeer. So if I go quiet while I'm doing this, I find I tend to concentrate quite a lot when I'm doing this, and I'll try not to bring my head down too much. There we go. I do enjoy this process, excuse me, of I find it quite relaxing just to paint in the stamps. And this has been stamped on 300 GSM craft card, so it's really nice and thick. It can take the stamping really nicely and can take having water on it. There, that's one. Yeah, going quiet again, aren't I? Because I'm concentrating. I'm trying to be fairly quick because we're doing a video, but also precise and stay in the lines. But if you don't, you don't. It makes it more handmade then, doesn't it? Well, I am filming this video ahead, but time this video airs, we will have had our little hedgehog release in the garden. So excited about that. It's actually happening. We're picking him up the Saturday just gone for you guys, and he's been, I think he's been in the RSPCA for quite a number of weeks now, about 4-6 weeks. We noticed a tiny little baby hedgehog out and about during the day, trying to get some drink, some water, trying to feed and everything, and he was so small. So I went outside in our garden and picked him up, brought him in. He was covered in fleas, bless him, and he had a little tick on him, and he was so hungry he scoffed the cat food. So I phoned my local RSPCA centre and said, you know, I've got this hedgehog. He weighs roughly around about, I think it was just over 200, or was it, no, was it 118? I can't remember, sorry, I can't remember how much he weighed. But they said he's underweight, can you bring him in? So excuse me, that evening when hubby got home from work, we toddled off to the RSPCA centre and dropped him off, and they said, you know, if he, you know, puts on the weight this year and doesn't have to stay with us all through the winter, would you like him to be released back into your garden? And I was like, oh, I'd love that. We do get hedgehogs in our garden. We've had hedgehogs for years bopping about in our garden. So I said yes, definitely. And they phoned me in during last week and said that he's put on lots of weight. He's a good size now that will take him through the winter months for hibernation. Would you like him releasing back into your garden? And I was like, oh yes, please. So on Saturday just gone, hubby and I will have gone to collect him, and then that evening we will be releasing him back into our garden. That's so exciting. So as I'm filming this ahead, it hasn't actually happened, but for you guys it would have already happened. So in my next video I'll give you an update on how it goes. I've affectionately named him Lumiere. My little Lumiere is coming home. So right, now that's dry, I want to just do, let's see what we did, use this yellow for the lights, these little string of lights. Okay, just paint in there. Any yellow will do, or you don't have to have yellow, you could do a mixed colour lights, but that just, yeah. So that's some exciting news about my little hedgehog coming home after his little stay at the RSPCA to fatten him up, clean him of any ticks, fleas and worms that he might have had. But our garden's quite well, hubby likes to call it messy, I don't, I just say it's nice and overgrown and wildlife friendly. Okay, so the only other thing I was going to do was the scarf, and oh yes, I wanted his nose area to be a different brown, didn't I? So I was going to use a bit of this. This is blendable potting soil, it's called, this one, and I just think it's a nice paler brown. just to add a bit of a contrast to him. Okay, only needs to be a little bit, just little touches. There we go. And there should be enough water in here to do the last one. There we go. So now I wanted to do his scarf, and I want to bring back the confetti one because this is a nice, just a nice red to use. And I'm just going to go over the black. It has got a bit of a pattern on here. I'll hold these up to the light once they're done. I'm sorry, that might be off camera. Kind of tilting it so that I can see. That one, and that one. There we go. Pile them back there. So that's our little reindeer done. I'm just going to leave these for a few moments just to dry. What else did we do on this one? Oh yes, I put some glittery pen on his nose. I think I used the red. So let's just, is it dry? Does it feel dry? Should be dry enough. And I'm just, where the black nose is, I'm just going over with this sparkly jelly pen so that he's got a little sparkly Rudolph looking nose. Like so. That one's come up quite nicely. Let's see if we can just go back over the top and darken them down a little bit. There we go. You could use any, you could use like a Posca pen, you could use stickles, anything like that. Okay, let's hold these up to the light. You see? How cute does he look? So cute. Okay, so I need to let those all dry completely now, and then all I do is fussy cut around him. I will just trim up the words and then the black line. Let me show you the black, how I do my black edge around these. Where are we? So I do tend to do this afterwards because sometimes I might not like the black edge on them or not. I just use a ruler and a Sharpie. I've done this before, but for anybody who hasn't seen a previous video, I just put my ruler on the side here and then use that as my guide, like so, to get a black line all around it. Now you will find that the Sharpie gets chewed up quite a bit. Look, you can see the end of it, and we've actually got a cat hair on there. How it gets chewed up, so I would recommend keeping a Sharpie just for this, which I have got. Otherwise, if you go to write on it, it's going to be a funny shaped nib in doing this. But I just think it gives it such a lovely crisp edge, and it helps you keep the cards thinner, because you don't then have to back the card with any other like black card or anything like that behind it. So that's all I do, just to get a black edge all around. So there we go, that's this little video. These will then be made up in exactly the same way. I've just used some foam stickers, little foam squares on here just to mount those, and then that will go onto my card front and be ready to gift out. So there we go, that's our little Messy Monday make, where we've been batch making some fronts for Christmas cards. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for tuning in. Sorry I didn't get to the other one. Perhaps we can do that next time round as another video, my other idea, because I would like to showcase that. But yeah, there we go. So thanks for watching. Take care everyone. See you soon. Bye.